As I settled back into my duties as Princess Emilia within the palace, the revelation of the missing Princess Emilia's true fate continued to weigh on my mind. The journey to the remote village Esenwell, where we had discovered Lila, had been both bewildering and emotional. The truth of her identity had brought closure to a long-standing mystery, but it had also left me with a lingering sense of unease. One day, as I was going through court documents in my private chamber, a messenger arrived bearing news that would change everything once again. This time, the message was not an urgent summons or a call to action, but rather a revelation that would shake the very foundation of the kingdom. The letter was written in a hurried hand, and it bore no royal seal or formal address. It was from a village elder who had discovered something extraordinary. A young woman who claimed to be Princess Emilia had been found in their village, Lysantel. My heart pounded in my chest as I read the letter. How could this be? Had there been another imposter? The bewildering daily matters of court life seemed insignificant in the face of this revelation. Without hesitation, I summoned Marjorie and Samuel, and together we set out for Lysantel, where the missing Princess Emilia had supposedly been found. The journey was fraught with anxiety and uncertainty, as we tried to make sense of this baffling turn of events. As we arrived in Lysantel, I was met with curious but cautious faces. The villagers had taken in the young woman, who claimed to be Princess Emilia, and she had become a cherished member of their community. They were eager to reunite her with her royal family. Meeting this young woman, whose name was Emilia, was a surreal experience. She bore a striking resemblance to me, with the same eyes, the same voice, and the same regal bearing. It was as though I was looking at a reflection of myself, and the bewildering feeling of meeting my doppelganger left me momentarily speechless. Emilia's story was as perplexing as Lila's had been. She had no memory of her life before arriving in Lysantel, and her recollections were filled with gaps and fragments. The villagers, convinced that she was the true Princess Emilia, had taken her in and provided her with love and care. As I spoke with Emilia and listened to her story, I couldn't deny the eerie similarity between her experiences and my own. It was as though fate had played a cruel trick, entwining our lives in a bewildering web of confusion and identity. With Marjorie and Samuel's assistance, we conducted a thorough investigation into Emilia's past, comparing her history to the missing Princess Emilia's records. The truth, when it emerged, was a staggering revelation. Emilia was indeed the real Princess Emilia, the same one who had disappeared from the palace years ago. She had been living a simple life in Lysantel, her memory lost to her, while I had taken her place as an imposter in the palace. The realization struck me like a bolt of lightning. I had spent times impersonating the princess, believing myself to be the true Princess Emilia, while the real princess had been living in obscurity. The bewilderment and shock of this revelation were overwhelming. Returning to the palace, I couldn't help but reflect on the bewildering journey that had brought me here. My life had been filled with unexpected twists and turns, from impersonating a princess to discovering the missing Princess Emilia, only to realize that I had been the imposter all along. As I resumed my royal duties, I carried with me the lessons of authenticity, integrity, and the importance of genuine connections. The kingdom had weathered many storms, and I was determined to lead with compassion and a steadfast commitment to the well-being of its people. The true return of Princess Emilia had brought closure to a long-standing mystery, but it had also brought about a profound reckoning with my own identity. The bewildering daily matters of court life continued, but my resolve remained unwavering as I embraced my role with a sense of purpose and authenticity.